What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 89 of the Gay Game Podcast, where we talk everything New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, and international sports. Hosted by yours truly, Grassani, joined us tonight by Murdock, Cunningham, Reich, and Sam Morell. Listen to the podcast right now on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts, and you can also podcast right now on YouTube. I'll shoot you a follow us on social media at GetMeGameOnMe. With that said, it's time to get your game on.
Adam, I'm sorry, but I gotta roast you really quick.
What did I do?
Tell me why Adam looked like the Yellow Ghost from Luigi's Mansion when he said, "What's up, guys?" in the beginning.
No, I got one better. Why does he look like an Abraham Lincoln Lego right now? Stop playing with me. Adam, you look like an Abraham Lincoln Lego.
I look the same way I usually do for all episodes. Why
you look like Adam? Why you look like Garth? Adam, how do you look like Garfield right now?
Adam, it was because you had your mouth open like super wide before you said "What's up, guys." I was like, wait, what the fuck?
No, Adam.
I always do that to hype up the intro, kind of like got inspiration, a little bit of inspiration from Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
Adam, why the hell you look like you had your mouth out like you're about to suck some dick right now, bro? It was like
if you want to know, it's because I had chapped lips over the weekend. So if you guys really want to know, that's why.
Oh, Adam, when you do behind closed doors, it's none of our business.
I agree.
So
I agree.
What's on the schedule?
It's on the agenda. Well,
Adam?
first of all, we want to apologize for not. We tried to do 2 episodes a week, but we couldn't do an episode this past time because someone here was drunk and couldn't make it. But more importantly,
Sam was on the show either, so shut up.
Whatever. Someone was drunk. Someone couldn't make it. Another person couldn't make it, and And B, I had a deadline to meet the following day. And I was busy. I also had a very busy week. I had an alumni reunion for Mocker State University. It was really fun, and then I had a date on Saturday. I can't even hear you.
Yeah, date with your mama.
Anyway, but. We don't need to talk about why we missed last episode. We don't need to talk about that.
We don't need to talk about that.
Sam was so embarrassed because I beat him in 1-on-1. He doesn't want to be in public.
No, I was more just impressed of how, Chris Paul's just now my worst enemy.
Chris Paul made your Pelicans bitches, okay?
And just so you know, we're going to be talking about it. We're going to be talking about that later on.
Of course, you bring my depression into this. Great.
Okay.
Hey, Sam, what did I tell you about the Pelicans losing? What did I tell you? Didn't I call it?
Mike, shut flying.
I called it. So suck it.
That's a suggestion.
I told you. You said you guys were going to win in 6. I told you that
we were going to win in 5
and 6.
We were supposed to win in 7. But So what are we talking about first?
And all right, guys, we gotta get this. What?
Can we talk about how bad the Pelicans suck?
No, I would love to talk about how bad the Pelicans suck right now to open the show, but we can't open with that, guys. You know what we'll open it with, guys?
What?
This past weekend, the NFL draft just recently wrapped up, and we're gonna talk about the locals here first. Number one, on the Giants, they absolutely killed this draft. They absolutely killed this draft from the first round onward. The first round, I just got home from a game, so I turned on the draft, and
you also picked up a wide receiver too. You guys,
I see Trayvon Walker go first overall to Georgia. I see Hutchinson going on to Georgia. Then the Texans make a very controversial pick, taking Stingley Jr. at 3, and then Garner falls to the Jets at 4. So much as John said, I'm like, my eyes are lighting up because you now have the cream of the crop available to you. And Joe Shane, he took advantage. He selected first with the 5th overall pick. He said Kayvon Thibodeau, who, guys, I don't know if you know it. I don't know if you know about Kayvon Thibodeau. There was a lot of talk early on that he could go first overall. He's that special. Yeah, you could argue that he should have been the first overall pick in the draft.
I was thinking in my notes, Adam, he was going to be the #1 pick. He should have been. He was the best player in this draft. I think, in my opinion, this was like the worst draft, I think, in the last 50 years of football.
Well, it was like offensively, defensively, you got some studs.
This is like the best defensive draft, but for offense, it's not good.
That's just we're definitely gonna talk about how bad.
Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing, though. I feel like the two biggest winners is one, my Baltimore Ravens, but we'll get there. But actually,
you guys had like you guys only had.
We'll get to the Ravens. I don't think you guys did. I don't think you guys did too bad. You guys actually did pretty good. You guys actually did. You guys did
alright, but you guys didn't.
No, but I think the biggest winner.
Needed, in my opinion.
No, but you know who I think the biggest winner actually is?
The Eagles.
I think it was the Jets. The Jets got.
Oh, the Jets got some studs too.
I'm a Jets fan. I think we got bits and pieces. But I gotta give.
Jets get Garner on a 4th overall. They get Garrett Wilson 10, and they also they trade up. They trade up to get Jermaine Johnson, defensive end. So the Jets filled 3 big needs there. So
yeah, the Giants. Here's the thing. I got a question for.
And the Giants, they take Evan Neal 7th overall. So you could make the argument, guys, that the Giants got the best defensive player in this draft and the best offensive lineman in this draft. You could argue they got the best power rusher and they got the best offensive lineman in this draft. So Joe Shane he just hit the nail on the park. You add Evan Neal, you put him at right tackle with Andrew Thomas on the left, and then you add Thibodeau as the anchor to this Giants pass rush. He joins Ojulari, who you drafted in the 2nd round last year. Guys, Joe Shane is like. I'm gonna take a little couple minutes to talk about Joe Shane here. He's such a breath of fresh air compared to the old Gelman ways. Because I saw a lot of people saying, and I agree. If Dave Gelman were in charge of this draft, the Giants probably would have. They probably would have taken Evan Neal to throw, and they would have taken some defensive tackle. They would have taken Jordan Davis 7th overall. They would, because that's what Gelman does. He's no disrespect to Gelman the person, can't survive all that good stuff. The guy was just the game has just passed him by. It's way too much talking interior offensive and defensive lineman. He cares too much about defensive tackles. He would have taken Jordan Davis 7th overall, but Joe Shane's the guy who seems to get where the NFL is heading, and he saw Kayvon. He looked at it. He saw Kayvon Thibodeau fall to him, and he's like, "Yo, I could get arguably the best pass rusher in the draft at 5th overall. I'm going to take it now." The reason why Kayvon Thibodeau fell to 5 is just another reason why it's just another problem that I think the NFL has. Rest for different stories that apparently it's his personality is apparently his personality was a turnoff or some NFL teams that I'm I don't care. I don't really unless the guy did some stuff that we can't say on the air, then I really could not care. I really could not care less. If the guy can play ball, he can play ball. Oh, and Kayvon Thibodeau, the guy, and personally, I love Kayvon Thibodeau's website. He gets great charisma. Yeah, I remember he was talking about he's like, what can John say actually? He's like, when you sleep, I'm gonna keep working. When you awake, I'm gonna keep working, and you better not turn when the TV comes. I'm gonna keep working. And apparently, Michael Strahan is a big mentor of it. It's a big mentor of his. And guys, I would say right now, if the Giants have just picked up the new Michael Strahan and Kayvon Thibodeau, that Giants fans they should be ecstatic. And I think that's a real possibility. I think the Giants may have found
Michael Strahan, a football player. I couldn't stand Michael Strahan. Because he killed my Cowboys for years.
And Kayvon Thibodeau is like that type of talent. He's like that type of like dominant pass rusher. That could be like
I guess
one
I
of the best pass
Cowboy
rushers in the league for the next decade. He could be the anchor of this defense for the next decade. And Evan Neal, I mean, I feel like he was the perfect fit because both, no disrespect to Iwan Aru and Charles Cross there. I believe they were both more of like right tackles. Evan Neal started out the year at right tackle. Now, granted, he moved to left tackle later on, but he has a lot of experience that he's perfectly capable of playing right tackle. So to pick up at number 7, guys, as a Giants fan, it's been rough times for us. I know it's been rough times, but I feel like under Joe Schoen, the Giants are really starting to finally starting to head in the right direction. I'm just really enthusiastic. As far as the rest of the draft go, and this is another thing I like about Joe Schoen is you saw in the first round and in the second round, he traded that guy. That's like we really saw on the Gilmer days. He traded back and he got Robinson, wide receiver out of Kentucky. He also got a lot of other great positions for the knees. He's Ursula Fulton, the third round quarterback. That's a big one. Jordan Edzinudu. I probably pronounced his last name incorrectly, but he took him in the third round. He got Joe Schoen really added a lot of talent to this. Really added a lot of talent to the season. So as a Giants fan, I'm just thrilled for this draft. I'm just thrilled Joe Schoen. I'm just thrilled from the job that Joe Schoen has done so far. Now, one more thing, and then we're gonna get to we'll get to the Jets, we'll get to the Eagles, we'll get to your Ravens, but another thing is that what did the Giants do at quarterback? And there was a lot of discussion about could they potentially because he was there throughout a lot of picks. Should the Giants have taken Malik Willis? I could have understood it, but with how far Malik Willis fell in the draft, I think it was the right decision by the Giants because I said before, punt this year's quarterback class is trash. Punt the next year, see what you have in Daniel Jones, and if Daniel Jones fails, you can get your quarterback actually shot. That is a risky situation because for next year, there's no guarantee you're going to be picking high enough. But then again, next year you could always trade up and get your quarterback then. So overall, as a Giants fan, I'm looking forward to this franchise for a future franchise. I can't wait to see what Joe Schoen's directions are going to take. And for the first time in a long time, I'm excited for the future of this franchise. So that's basically my thoughts. So that's basically my thoughts for the Giants. Michael, you there?
I'm here. My fault. Yeah.
Your Jets. Do you have any thoughts on the Giants draft?
I'm gonna go briefly into the Giants. I'm gonna go really quick into the Jets. Here's what I can say. You guys have the right picks that you guys needed. I'm gonna give you all credit. You guys picked the best defensive player in the draft, in my opinion. He was so good he could have been the number 1 pick. The Jets, we needed a wide receiver and a DN, and we needed an offensive tackle. We needed all 3. Because Zach Wilson needs a wide receiver, a number 1 wide receiver. But however, we did good. Credit for Giants. And I'm here right now. Jets will make the playoffs, and it will be painfully for me to say this. I'm gonna feel dirty after saying this that the Giants are gonna make the playoffs.
I don't think either the Giants or the Jets are gonna be.
I'm saying they're gonna have a better record than they have before.
They might. They'll probably be better, but I just don't think they're either. I don't think either team's ready to be a playoff team yet. The Giants still have because the Giants still have a lot of salary cap issues and a lot of issues on offense. The Jets could see won't be a playoff team, especially if Zach Wilson becomes the guy that you expect him to be. But here's the one problem with the Jets, though. They're in a really tough division. They're in a really tough
The
division.
AFC East is like a disgrace of a division. It's like bad.
No, this year is really good. You got the Bills who are at the top. The Patriots made the playoffs last year, and the Miami Dolphins, like they made a lot of improvements this offseason, so you can't count them out. Like, so you guys are in a really, really tough division.
All right, boys. Yo, Adam. Let me ask Sam and Alex. Let me give them some love real quick.
Yeah, all right, Sam. You want to talk about Sam? What you have any thoughts on how the two New York teams did? And number two, what are your thoughts on the Baltimore Ravens draft?
I think both the New York teams succeeded in what they needed to do. I think it's going to take some time, but give it 2 to 3 years, the Giants and the Jets are going to be really good teams. As for my team,
oh God, we're gonna hear some blasphemy over here.
Let him go.
We made some amazing picks, in my opinion.
Even though this guy does not watch college football to save his life, but moving on.
Kyle Hamilton is the best safety in the draft. I feel like we can all agree, kind of, or no?
He's the best safety in the draft, definitely.
Yeah,
best safety in the draft and in the country, but
Kyle Hamilton will be a definite difference maker for the Ravens, especially if we start trying to trade him around. Because if you guys know, we did get a very, very good safety. No one special, just by the name of Marcus Williams. Very good safety. But I think where the big thing comes is from our number 25 pick, and Tyler Lindenbaum. I don't know how to say his name.
You're saying his name right. I think you're saying his name right. He's a center out of.
And our second one actually comes from round 3 in Travis Jones. Those 2 picks are going to make such a big difference because, one, we needed someone that's able to protect Lamar Jackson. Since Lamar Jackson, you saw the stat. He's a quarterback that's gotten tackled the most in the past 15 years. He's been tackled or hit 16 times per game. That can't happen.
Yeah.
So the center is what we needed. We needed someone that's able to protect Lamar. And Travis Jones, he's just going to be such a good player. And I feel like he was so low on everyone's list just because he didn't play at one of those powerhouse schools. So he's definitely picked. The only one I'm kind of iffy about is David Ojabo from Michigan, just because he was supposed to be a top 10 pick. However, he did tear his Achilles, which is huge in football.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of iffy about that. But other than that, we made some amazing picks for the Ravens.
Yeah, here's the logic I'll say that's about Ojabo. Like if you get a top 10 talent in the second round, why not? Why not take the chance? Because it could be a home run, and he becomes the player that the people expect him to be. If he
can become terrible. Adam, this is not like basketball or even baseball, where you tear something in your knee or the Achilles, you'll still be fine. His job is literally to run a ball 100 yards. That's his job. Or his job is to make sure to run fast enough to catch the person. Mm-hmm. That's literally football, running. So when you are compromised with your running ability, that becomes a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, but overall, Yeah, what was I mean, you were a big Raiders. I didn't get a chance to watch Rush Raiders. That's what I mean by Maryland for you. What was their big issues last year, Sam?
Our biggest issue was, I'm pretty sure, it begins with a C. I think it's called the center position. I'm not. I can't
Yeah, yeah. So you guys got Tyler Linderbaum the second. You guys got Tyler Linderbaum, so that's gonna be a big hole. So you
Plus,
guys really
also,
filled that hole like successfully.
plus also, we had a lot of problems with the safety problem. Now we have 2 elite safeties because we also signed Marcus Williams. So.
Yeah, so yeah, the Ravens I feel like are definitely gonna make some improvements and hopefully like major improvements to say they like get you guys back in the playoffs this year.
The only issue now is the wide receiving. I don't trust the wide receivers. And especially since we got rid of Hollywood, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle since we got rid of Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, especially like the wide receiver position. Like since Lamar Jackson is more of a running quarterback than a throwing quarterback, he needs all the help from his wide receivers he can get. So that's definitely like a concern for the Ravens like this upcoming season. Also, did you see like Lamar Jackson on Twitter during the draft?
Oh no, yeah, he was like, why did we trade him away? Because they didn't talk to him at all. So that also kind of concerns me, especially when you are trying to keep a star player like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he too WTF when you guys made that trade. So that trade like was to get when they traded Royce here, that was to get 25th pick, right?
Yeah, that was to get Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah, so yeah, it might have my message to Lamar, it might have been like you may not have liked the like because you are taking away from the receiving core, but they are trying to improve the offensive line for you. I mean, that would be my response. So I mean, he can have. I mean, obviously he's entitled to it.
Yeah, especially since
he's definitely entitled to his opinion. And if he wants to be critical of his front office, like then like he could definitely do that. But to go out on Twitter, like to make it public, then especially like during these contract negotiations, because Lamar Jackson's supposed to be a free agent at the end of the year, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing: we also got the heaviest offensive lineman since 2006, and he's also 6'8", so he's very strong. So that will also help us.
That's definitely gonna help. Yeah, it's definitely gonna help. All right, so a little bit of little final draft thoughts. We tackled our team. We tackled the New York teams. We tackled San Francisco. So we have one last team to get to. Alex, your Philadelphia Eagles. Number one, you made a big trade. You guys got AJ Brown. So Alex, give us your draft thoughts.
So we definitely did a great draft. I graded the draft a B+. I think we got some talented young players coming to the Eagles. The ones that brought to my mind was Jordan Davis from Georgia and Nakobe Dean from Georgia. I think they're going to be a very interesting type of linebackers and defensive players when they go up against some tough teams like the Rams in the future. And the Eagles president, Howie Roseman, said he said this to the media about Nakobe Dean. This guy played at the highest level and was the heartbreak of that Georgia team. And he was the highest level and was the heart. Oh, my bad. I wrote that twice by accident. So Dean's play recognition is a work in progress, which limits reaction time and forces him to
So
deal.
Alex, you reading your own interview? I see. Got it.
Why are you roasting him so bad, Sam? Let the man have his notes.
No. You can continue, Alex. I was just joshing with you.
Fuck, you mean, Sam? Been roasting people. Sheesh. Go ahead, Acne Man.
He's got quick feet plus agility with him with ball carriers at a high rate, but lack of size and length means he'll need to fine-tune his approach as a tackler to make sure he finishes what he starts. He has the toughness and technique to see a boost in his performance once the play becomes more proactive. So moving on to Kyron Johnson from Kansas. He was a 3-star recruit and our district selection. His coaches valued his athleticism enough to start him 7 times in 11 contests in 2018 with 15 tackles, 4 for loss with 2 sacks, 2 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles. He was the 12th game starter as the junior, posting 55 stops, 5.5 for loss with 1 sack. His weaknesses are he didn't play much second level linebacker in the last 2 seasons, struggled to diagnose plays quickly at the inside linebacker position in 2019. He also lost at zone read mesh point several times in 2021. He overthrows pursuit, allowing cutbacks, below average option on coverage downs, and doesn't have the frame or rush skill to play 3-4 rush backer. So I think overall the Eagles did what they did, and it's going to be a very interesting season, this upcoming season, with everything at stake. I really like the addition of AJ Brown. He's going to be a real baller, and Jalen Hurts is going to have a weapon aside with Devontae Smith, and I'm really excited to see what this team can do.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have AJ Brown. You guys have a wide receiver core of Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. I mean, Jalen Hurts is gonna have so much fun throwing to these up. Because now we're gonna see what kind of quarterback Jalen Hurts can really become. Because Jalen Hurts, he's been like solid, but is he the type of quarterback that can elevate your franchise? And now that he has some real weapons, let's see what Jalen Hurts can do. And you add some really solid pieces to that defense as well. I mean, Michael, I'm not sure if you're gonna like this hot take. I would not be surprised one bit if the Eagles won the division next year.
All right, I just blacked out. I just heard blasphemy coming out your mouth. You want to repeat that one more time?
I would not be surprised if the Eagles won the division next year.
Who's brilliant at brain mouth said that?
My mouth.
Listen, don't ever say that. Blasphemy.
Oh, yeah, Adam, speaking about hot takes, I'm going to speak to you about hot takes later.
Actually, I haven't gone yet. So, Adam, you know what time?
Yeah. Your hot takes. I mean, look, what did the Cowboys do in the draft? I mean, you guys got Tyler Smith, offensive tackle.
The Cowboys
that's the big move we got.
The Cowboys did terrible in the draft.
Cowboys they did a whole bunch of
First of all, it's all Jerry Jones's fault. Stupid moron.
Oh, the Cowboys are terrible.
Jerry Jones is an old idiot. He doesn't know anything.
Ezekiel Elliott is a trash NFL player. Why would you sign him that much?
First of all, Ezekiel Elliott used to be good. And
Is he
Dak is
good
an
now?
MVP calibrated quarterback. Let's be real.
No, Dak is not an MVP. No, get that out of your mind right now. He's not.
Sam, my boy. You and
Dak,
Chris said it last season. He played great. You can't even deny it.
he played great in the regular season, but what happened in the playoffs?
Playoffs, he did all right. He just did one bad play at the end because the referee was in the way.
If that was Patrick Mahomes would have carried that team to the playoff.
First of
To
all,
the second round.
Here's what happened. That referee was in the way, but we ain't going to talk about it.
Well, I bet the Giants quarterback. Who is he right now?
Daniel Jones.
I bet Daniel Jones got it done a better job than him.
Daniel Jones is terrible. Let's just keep it.
He's all right.
Daniel Jones is going to be an MVP in this league. Watch.
And you're smoking, Sam? How much weed you smoking? How much cocaine you snip? How much alcohol you been drinking before this show? If you're saying Daniel Jones going to be an MVP, you frightening me, son.
You know what? I'm going to call it right now.
So I put this dude in the waiting room. I'm just tired of his blasphemy. Somebody just end it. Guys, put him in the waiting room. All right, hold up.
Ladies and gentlemen. He goes, all you have to say is some blasphemous takes, and he leaves. You know what I was about to say?
What were you about to say?
I was about to say, guys,
so,
your 2023
been real doing the show.
Your 2023 NFL Super Bowl champions, the New York Giants.
I quit. Get your game on P. Get another host, another.
Yeah, that is a pretty blasphemous take, but you know what? I'm going to give you a pass on that one. I'm going to give you a pass.
What? You gave him a pass?
I'll give it a pass. It's a best mistake. It's an incorrect take, but I like it. So,
Adam, bull, you would have gave me hell for saying a blasphemous. No, this is bullshit, and you know it.
And the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be 10 times better than the Giants. The Jets. The Jets.
Wow. And the Cowboys.
Okay. Sam?
The Cowboys are going to be the worst team in their division.
God, I don't know what to do with this game.
I'd be surprised that the Cowboys didn't win a single game next year.
All right, now I'm done. Let's talk about my hot take. Let's do the hot take.
Before we get to the hot take, we do have one story to get to here, kind of like a serious story. Guys,
talking about that piece of shit, Trevor Bauer.
That we finally have an end to the Trevor Bauer saga.
Oh, please,
guys! I'm thinking of a number, guys. I'm thinking of a number. That number is 324. Number one, that's how much money Garrett Cole makes, and two, that's how many games that Trevor Bauer has been suspended. The MLB officially announced he is suspended from baseball for the next 2 years.
Adam, I am a Christian, okay? I'm a man of God, but I think Jesus will allow me to call Travis Bauer a cunt, an asshole, a douchebag, a chauvinistic bastard pig.
Wait, Adam.
Towards women.
Wait, Adam. Garrett Cole only makes $362.
324 million. I said 324 million.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to say if he's making $324 per year, he's underpaid a lot. He is underpaid.
I was about to say, I was like, wait, what?
You're the best pitcher in baseball. You're only making $324 a year. That's bad. But Adam, let me explain.
Continue, Mike, and then you go. And then I'll go.
Go, Michael. Then
please.
Sam, you go.
We're talking about how Trevor Bauer is. Okay, we got a list. Let's see. A douchebag, a cunt, chauvinistic pig, doesn't respect women. He cunt, a douche,
sociopath,
a moron, misogynistic bastard, pig, fuckboy,
not seeing heaven,
cunt, going to hell with me. Going to be Bubba's bitch in prison, but we're
Travis
just saying
Scott,
how bad
but sexually abusive.
Dude is a terrible, terrible human being. Trevor Bauer, you're just a disgrace. Adam, he is on my kill list with Jose Altuve and Skip Bayless and Carlos Correa. He is on my kill list. Adam?
I know this isn't a funny topic, but Michael is just making it funny.
Adam?
Yeah, because here's the thing. When it gets
Can we just kill Trevor Bauer to end the world off correctly? And we can just kill him because he's just a waste of space. Please, Adam. Please, Adam.
Go, Sam. Go, Sam.
I know I'm the rotten employee that I am. If you let me kill Trevor Bauer, women will be happy again. Please.
So this topic is very sensitive to me. Just
same because I got sisters and a niece and a mother. Trevor Bauer has no mother.
I'm just gonna say it how I see it. And Adam, you may have to actually bleep this word out just because I know it's not like allowed. But I'm just gonna say it the way it is.
Say what you gotta say, brother.
Guys, he's a rapist.
You're damn right he is.
It's just true. He's a rapist. And the reason why this is a deep topic for me is because there have been people in my family that are super close that have gotten raped. And it is a terrible feeling. I have grown up with a fear of that happening to me. And the fact that he's doing it, but then also sexually abusing, sexually manipulating, he's a rapist. He is as bad as Donald Sterling. That is the level he is at. And it's just disgusting.
Let me add on to that.
Player, it's just disgusting. Because there's some people that are like, oh, well, maybe the punishment's a little bit too harsh. And I'm saying, he's a fucking rapist.
Exactly.
And he's a rapist. Adam, no, because you don't understand. They're saying, oh, for 2 years, you won't be able to play baseball. And I'm saying to myself, he's a fucking rapist. He should be in jail, in prison, rotting. Like,
I agree.
For 20 years minimum. And he's getting a 2-year penalty. Are you fucking serious?
Adam, let's just be real, Adam, let's just be real. Hold up, Adam. Sorry to interrupt you, brother Sam. Here's the thing. Any man who literally puts fear in a woman's eyes is not a man. Let's be real. Any man that hurts a woman or attacks a woman or puts their hands on a woman without their consent is not a real man. Let's be real. You hit a woman. There's a quote. We came from a woman. We act like a woman. We think like a woman. You know who made that quote? Tupac Shakur. We came from a woman. We gotta think like we gotta think when we gotta act like a woman. And we came from a woman. We gotta respect the women in life.
Mike,
for Trevor Bauer to do this, and I came from a strong women in my life. My mom's a strong black woman. My sisters are strong black women. All my aunts and my grandma was a strong black woman. And I had the fear that one day, God forbid, that I'm worried about my niece, God forbid, in the future has to go through that. And it's not right that how you give him a 2-year punishment. I'm being serious now. You give this bastard a 2-year punishment. And if he was a black man, you know what they would suspend him out the league and give him 5 years, 5 to 10 years max. But no, but here's the thing. He's known for doing stupid shit.
Yeah, even before this Trevor Bauer's history,
he's a racist. Up. Number one, he's also racist, by the way.
Definitely.
And he's a rapist. Like Adam, the league.
He got to a Twitter beef with like a 17-year-old on Twitter.
Bro, you are a grown man. Like
Mike,
Trevor Bauer.
A grown man.
He's the definite.
I'm
pretty sure guys would agree. He's the definition of a sociopath. He's the definition of a sociopath.
No, but here's the thing. You guys are saying like he's a grown man, and in my eyes, a man doesn't need to fight. If you need to fight someone, you ain't a man. If you have to just use your words and say calm, cool, collected, you a man. Because a real man ain't gonna just punch you for no reason. Like Mike, if a guy, if let's put it this way, Mike.
Preach on
If someone's beefing on you, and someone's like talking shit, you're just gonna swing at them, or you're just gonna try to talk back to them.
First of all, depends what they. I'm gonna talk, but if homeboy swinging on me, hypothetically.
No. That's what I'm saying. If he's swinging, you swinging back.
Exactly. I'm gonna talk it out first. I ain't gonna try to fight you.
Yeah, that's a man. A pussy or some shit like that will just swing automatically just because they feel like they have to show their dominance or masculinity.
But here's the thing:
that's what Trevor Bauer is doing.
Yeah.
That's what Trevor Bauer is trying to do. He's trying to show his dominance or masculinity. And I'm just saying to myself, how fucked up in the brain do you have to think to yourself that this is okay? That this is, oh yeah, I'm showing my dom. You're not showing shit. The only thing you showing is how fucked up mentally you are, how fucked up your life was probably in the past, and how fucked up of a person you are today and in the future. That's all you're showing us.
Hey guys,
I agree.
Can you put a middle finger to describe how we feel about Trevor Bauer?
Yeah.
Trevor Bauer, I get your game on, P. I hope you rot in hell, because you're probably going to go there. I hope you burn in hell. You're just a disgrace as a human being. Like, you are worse than Donald Sterling.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I would say Sam.
If you are worse than Donald Sterling, you're just...
That's an accomplishment. Like,
just an accomplishment.
Yeah, and I got to talk to a lot, because I remember, like, when they decided not to file criminal charges, a lot of people were saying, oh, he must have been innocent. He must have not done anything wrong. Do you really think MLB would have given him 2 years longest suspension in MLB history? And
that was not enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
I'm not saying it was enough, but do you really think MLB would have given out 2 years if they thought he was innocent?
Adam, you know what this all falls on again?
It's money.
Rob,
that's what it is.
No,
it's
Mike,
money with them.
No, Mike, it's money, but you know who this all falls on? And I find it funny that it keeps falling on this one person, Rob Manfred. If this was in the NBA,
Amsterdam would have fined him and banned him for life.
he would have banned him for life. OJ Mayo did steroids,
smoked weed, and he banned him for life.
So imagine if that happens. So that just shows you how piss poor Rob Manfred is in general, in terms of the owner of the MLB. So Rob Manfred, I'm letting you know you're doing a terrible job. You're doing a terrible job. First, you don't do anything about the Astros. Then you say that the trophy is just a piece of metal. And now this happens. You can redeem yourself. And instead you just give a slap on the wrist. Because let's be real. That's all this is to Trevor Bauer. This is just a slap on the wrist.
But he's going to keep doing it.
Are you?
Let's be real. He's going to keep doing it, boys. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And it's a shame. Alex, you have a sister. Adam, you have your mother. Here's the thing. And especially, and I fear for like my family life, because Alex got a sister and I got sisters. Marcellus has a sister, and Chris has sisters. We all have women in our life.
Yeah.
A lot of women in our life, and it pains me to see what Trevor Bauer does to women.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. God says we protect women at all costs. The king of the house always protects their women. I know it says that in the book somewhere, but the point is, no man should put fear in a woman's eyes, ever.
Here's the thing, Mike, and I'm just saying this so you can get a vivid imagination, so it may spark you a little bit more. Imagine if one of the victims was your sister.
If Trevor Bauer did that to my sister, he won't be breathing. Let's just say my brother-in-law, my dad and me, I may be going to jail. Let's just say that I may be going to jail for life because I may kill this son of a bitch. Let's just be real.
To be honest, it's like that. It's like it's just, or it's like, and that's the problem. It's like
you see the movie Denzel Washington when he was an Equalizer. That'll be me.
It's like with this just puts even more fear into the concept of, and again, Adam, I'm saying it, I'm sorry, you can blur this out or anything, but I just have to say it how it is. This is why there's always going to be that fear of being raped, just because of things like this. It's just awful, terrible. And again, I have this fear. And it's because I've grown up with people in my life that have been raped. I've been dealing with people that have been raped multiple times. And it's just, every time I hear about the experience, all I just hear about is how much pain they were in, how they were so scared for their life, how they were left for dead, basically, sometimes. That's what Trevor Bauer just did to a lot of women. And he's getting a slap on the wrist. When most people that would have done that, they would have got arrested. Mike said 5 to 10 years. I'm telling you, if he would have got arrested for 20 years, he probably would have died in jail, because we all know what happens to those type of people in jail. They get beaten to death. That's what would have happened to him if he wasn't a celebrity. But because he is, and because Rob Manfred is trying to not put a black face in the league, he's giving him a slap on the wrist. And that is utter bullshit.
And I'm really happy that we're talking about this, guys, on air.
I am.
Let's just explain.
I said before, this kind of stuff needs to be talked about. I mean, it is definitely a very sensitive topic. Yes, very sensitive topic. A very sensitive topic. But these are topics that need to be discussed. All right, I do want apparently Trevor Bauer is appealing his suspension, and he did release a statement. I'm just gonna sorry guys, I just gotta read this off quickly. In the strongest possible terms, I deny committing any violation of the least domestic class and sexual assault policy. I'm appealing this action. Expect to prevail. As we have thoughts, this process, my representatives and I respect the confidentiality of proceedings. You know what my response to that is, guys? Why the you lying? Why are you always lying? Oh my God!
No, Adam. Wait, no, Mike. I'm okay. I'm letting you all know right fucking now. I'm turning off my mic until we get to the hot take, because if I don't, I may say something that will definitely get us banned off the air. So I'm just gonna mute the mic. I'm just gonna mute my mic.
Come on, Sam. At least text it, brother. All right, Adam. Can I say something real quick? Because I'm really hot, man. Can I explain?
Yeah.
Adam, I'm trying to be a Christian. I'm trying to be a good Christian.
You guys want to move on?
You're a good Christian.
Adam, let's move on, because I'm sorry, that statement just made me hit my limit, and I'm letting the audience know right now, I'm a very nice person.
I'm a really very good Christian man myself too. I'm a very good Christian.
Mike, I'm being serious. Adam can even attest to this. I have never fought someone once in my life. I have never punched someone with the intent of hurting them once in my life. I have never caused violence. I'm probably one of the chillest, nicest people you will ever meet. And I just hit a limit where I just saw red, and I actually was like, this motherfucker needs to get sniped or something. He needs to go. Because that fucking bullshit ass fucking statement is one of the most stupidest, ridiculous,
idiotic, moronic, douchebag piece of shit of a human being.
statements I've ever fucking heard. Because the fact that he just said, "Oh, I'm gonna prevail," you know what that basically just told me?
He
That
did it.
basically no. That basically just told me, yeah, that's what it said. It said, "Oh, I did it, and I'm gonna get away with it because I'm a celebrity, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do." And I'm saying to myself, I hope that this goes so fucking south on you that not only does the appeal get denied, you get caught in the act to a point where Rob Manfred has to say, "Yeah, you're banned from MLB play, and you're gonna go to jail for 10 to 20 years." I want him behind fucking bars now.
And I hope,
Sam, I said that. Sam,
no,
I said the exact same thing on when the allegations first up. I said the same thing.
Adam,
like, if this is
Adam,
true, then he should be behind bars. I said that when the allegations first popped up.
Adam, my motivations behind bars are different than yours. Yours is just because you're like, "Oh, justice needs to be served." And my thing is, if he's thrown behind bars, he's not living more than 1 year. And I can promise you that.
Adam,
Unless the
explain.
courts...
Hold up. You know what they do to rapists in jail? He's
They're
not
at the bottom of the food chain.
No, he is going to get beat badly. And they're going to rape him. I promise you. That's what they're going to do to him if he gets guilty. I promise.
Adam,
he is going to get...
Adam, I'm letting you know. Adam, I'm letting you know. There's murderers in jail. Like actual cold-blooded psychopaths that are in jail right now. I would say, if you sexually assaulted a child or you sexually assaulted a woman, you deserve to die. That's a psychopath saying that. So, I'm letting you know, if he goes to jail and the guards don't watch him, I am guaranteeing it, he will not live more than a year. Especially with this allegation, especially with him being a celebrity, he will not live more than a year. And I'm telling you right now, with that statement that just was held, I want him behind bars. Because holy shit, how stupid do you have to be? How Adam, I think you're right. Adam, I actually think you're right. I think he's a sociopath. In fact, he's worse than a sociopath. He's beyond that level. He's like, I'm not even sure what's a level beyond sociopath. Like,
whatever it is, he's like,
he's deranged.
He's just so far gone. He's gone. He's beyond gone.
Like he's deranged. He thinks that he's doing the right thing. And I'm saying to myself, you raping women is doing the right thing. You sexually assaulting and harassing women for fun, for your own sick enjoyment, for your pleasure, to their dismay, that is okay. So if I were to do that to you, sir, it would be okay. No, it wouldn't be. So, to all the viewers at home, I just want you to get this message across from me. Before you do an action, and I mean a serious action that could be harmful to others, think if that action was happening to you. How would you feel? Reflect on it. And then if you really want to do that action, go ahead. But then at least you know the consequences. But please don't do what this man is doing. He is deranged. He is lost. And he is utterly disgusting.
Yeah, I could agree with that. That's really like great advice to live by. Like just the golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated. Like it's just, I couldn't agree more. I mean, you guys ready to move on? Yeah, let's move on now. It's time for
I'm sorry, Adam. You can just bleep some of the words if you want to, since I did use the R word a lot. You can just bleep it, but
no, it's fine. No, it's completely fine. It's completely fine. Do not worry about a thing, Sam. Do not worry about a thing. Do not worry about a thing. But we're moving on to the hot take of the episode. Marcellus isn't here. So that only leaves one person to do the hot take, and that is our very own Michael Cunningham. Now, now we decided we are changing it because the rules number one. For now on, if it's a tie, it's an automatic disapproval. So we're making it official starting this episode.
Hype me up.
No. I gotta explain some rule changes to our audience first, Michael. This number two, and number three,
the debate rule.
The debate rule is that we initially had that if your name's not on the wheel, you can't debate someone. Now we're changing that even if your name's not on the wheel, that you can debate someone. However, if you do decide to debate someone, like whatever the rule resets, your name does not get reset. But then after the rule resets again, you get your name back on the wheel. So that's a couple of rule changes there. But guys, it is time once again for the segment of the show that is like, what pun am I going to use this time?
That's like Kevin Durant in the playoffs this year.
That is like Kevin Durant in the playoffs. Mike's hot take. Mike, kind of take it away.
Man, you guys are assholes. God damn. Give me Kevin Durant in the fucking playoffs. The guy.
Mike, I could have said Dwayne Wade in the 2014 finals. I didn't.
Fuck you, Morell. I'm gonna talk about how Magic Johnson.
Take number 3.
Do the Kareem hot take. Do the Kareem hot take that we're doing off the air.
No, that's stupid. I'm gonna talk about how Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas are the two best point guards in NBA history. No. Magic Johnson changed the game, and Larry Bird changed the game of basketball from the 80s. Let's be real. They changed the game from the 80s, dude.
That's not a hot take.
No. Adam, this is a hot take because I'm not disagreeing with you in terms of Magic, Mike. You just said Isaiah Thomas is the second greatest point guard.
I said Magic and Bird.
Oh wait, he said, you cut that. You said Isaiah Thomas is the second greatest point guard of all time.
Curry's career hasn't ended yet, so if Curry's career retires, I'll put him as the second best point guard.
So you would take Isaiah Thomas over Thomas? No, Isaiah Thomas over who? Who was?
I'll take Zeke over Thompson.
Oscar Robinson. Oscar
Robinson is not a point guard. He's a two guard. Let's get it right.
He's a point guard. Oscar Robinson's a point guard.
No, he plays more
have Oscar Robinson or
Oscar Robinson's more of a combo guard. He's more of a combo guard.
No, but Oscar Robinson I have on my point guard list. I have Jerry West and Allen Iverson on my shooting guard list.
And I'll put Oscar Robinson as a combo guard. He's more of a combo guard.
We'll agree to disagree. You're telling me that Steph Curry isn't better than Isaiah Thomas?
I say Curry is better, but I'm waiting for his final career to end. Then I'll say Curry is better than Thomas.
Curry's literally 2 spots away from being a top 10 player of all time. And you're saying
did you just hear what I just said? I just said Curry is better, but if career ends right now, I'm saying Curry is better than Thomas. You guys ain't hearing what the fuck.
But okay, what about this? Would you rather have Isaiah Thomas or John Stockton?
Are you talking about longevity or are you talking about actual talent?
talking just who would you rather have?
You guys, okay.
As a player, who would you rather have?
I was a fan of the Bad Boys, so I wanted because Zeke didn't fear nobody. I gotta go with Zeke over Stockton. Here's why: because I need a point guard that won't get bullied. And Stockton got bullied in the NBA by Zeke in the '90s, so I need a grit point guard. Like a dog. You know what I mean?
Excuse me, how John Stockton was on NBA first team, Isaiah Thomas was on NBA second team. How did he get bullied?
Isaiah was a dog, bro. You ever look
Isaiah
up
was
the
a
Bad
dog.
Boy Pistons, bro?
Well, I'm not disagreeing with that. I know he was a dog, but you asked him like John Stockton was a pussy. Like,
John Stockton wasn't a put compared to Zeke. Those Bad Boys put fear in everybody's eyes. But here's the thing about Magic Johnson: a 6'9" point guard changed the game of basketball. Adam, let's just be real. You're telling me that Magic Johnson did not change the game from a basketball that saved the NBA? Answer my question, Adam, because you looked at me like I was crazy. You're telling me that Magic Johnson didn't save the NBA in the 80s?
No, Mike.
No, hold up.
I'm saying that's not a hot take. I agree with you about Magic Johnson. I completely agree.
You just disagree that Magic didn't change the NBA.
I never said that. I said that was I agree that it wasn't a hot take. I never said that.
Yeah, you did, Adam.
Michael, clean out your freaking ears.
You clean yours, you little hobbit. Looking like the Lord of the Rings over there.
Mike. To be fair, Adam actually, Adam thought your hot take was Magic Johnson and Larry Bird changed the game. So that's why he reacted the way he did, because he was like, that's not a hot take. That is just facts again. But I'm the only one that probably heard it correctly when you said Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas, or like the two. Magic Johnson, there's nothing to talk about with him.
Isaiah Thomas was like a great point guard.
Isaiah Thomas was an amazing point guard, but I would rather have John Stockton over him. I would rather have Chris Paul over him. I'd rather have Oscar Robertson over him.
Oscar Robertson wasn't a point guard. He was a combo guard. Let's just correct that.
Let's agree to disagree. I put him at point guard. You can put him at
I put him at two guard, but
for me personally, I would put Oscar Robertson ahead of him. I put Steph Curry ahead of him. I put Magic Johnson ahead of him.
I just said Magic Johnson was over.
No, I know that. I'm saying Isaiah Thomas for me isn't even a top 5 point guard.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree. But the point is, I'm gonna tell you this. If you would have asked people from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, if the Bad Boys said, let me ask you a question. You heard the Bad Boys tonight, the Pistons, right?
No doubt. I know about the Bad Boys.
You telling me that they played in this generation, you think Isaiah Thomas would be more of a good point guard if they played in this generation?
It depends, just because they wouldn't be playing the same style.
If they were playing that same style.
If they're playing that same style, Isaiah Thomas wouldn't be a good point guard.
All right, I'm telling you, if you put some of those players if
you were to say, oh, they changed to the style of today's game.
Yeah, they did. Then I
would say, okay, Isaiah Thomas would be a good point guard. But in this generation, if you were to just drop Isaiah Thomas in 2020, honestly, I think
he will give you 20 points a game.
Here's the thing. I think Isaiah Thomas would only be a star. He wouldn't be a superstar.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You put Chris Paul in the Bad Boy era. You think he would survive? Be honest. And I love Chris Paul. Everyone knows I'm a huge fan of Chris Paul.
Yeah, I think it would be the same effect that it has on Isaiah Thomas. He would still be a star, but he won't be that superstar.
Hey, let me ask you a question, my boy. You think Kyrie would survive in that era?
Kyrie?
I don't know. Kyrie can't survive in this era. What makes you think he can survive in that era?
I would agree with you.
You tell me that Kyrie Irving would survive in that Bad Boy era?
No, well, Define survive.
Mike,
he will literally have a career in that Bad Boy era.
No, Mike, he would not have a chance just because of his mental state. That has nothing to do with his skill.
I agree. In that aspect, I completely agree with you.
Here's the thing: Michael Jordan barely survived the Bad Boy era from '88 89, 90. MJ barely survived.
You're smoking dick. He survived very well. His second best player
Barely
was
survived.
garbage. Mike,
91. He even said it. If you watch the Last Dance documentary, he said he almost got killed. They were trying to kill him. That's what they said. If you watch the Last
actually
Dance
survive. You mean like actually survive? Oh, okay. I thought you meant like for a second, like in terms of playing against them.
No, I meant like they almost killed him down to the ground. That's how bad it was. I'm telling you guys this. If you put the greatest, if you say in this generation, LeBron James the greatest player of this generation, I think LeBron could survive, but because he's built, he could probably make it. That's the only player I think that can make it from this era.
Oh, Mike. LeBron could easily survive in that era.
That's the only player I can say that could easily survive.
Mike, you know how I know? Because he did survive in that era. He had to play with those type of rules for 2 to 3 years. He averaged almost 27 in that 3-year stretch. He could easily survive in the 90s.
The players that played in the 80s and the 90s, they were gone before LeBron came in the league. Because LeBron came in the league in 03, 04.
Yeah, but he still had to deal with Shaq. He still had to deal with Kobe. He still had to deal with Duncan Robinson. David Robinson. Duncan Robinson. David Robinson. Tim Duncan.
Duncan Robinson.
Tracy McGrady. He still had to deal with all of them. And all of them actually suffered when the rule change happened.
I agree with you 100%. Hey, Adam, you look like you're falling asleep. You know what I'm going to say? Derek Jeter's the worst baseball player of all time. That will wake him up. That had to wake you were falling asleep. I didn't say so.
Okay.
Fuck the Phillies for life. But Adam, let me ask you a question, my boy.
I have a question for you. Is your hot take done?
Yes.
Okay. Sam, are you moving on to approve, disapprove?
Adam, you go first. I'll go last.
All right. So, I feel like your hot take was just like, number one, you said that Isaiah Thomas is the second greatest point guard of all time. That was wrong. Number two, when you talk about Uganda, you say Magic Johnson. I never disagreed with you about Magic Johnson. So I don't understand. So it was Magic Johnson. That's not a hot take. And we all know Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time. And you got into a hissy fit with me about that. So that was another negative. And again, I thought this hot take was boring.
You
so
agree
Michael,
to disagree.
I disapprove. I'm sorry,
Thank
Michael.
you.
I disapprove.
It's either
Sam,
a yes
ahead.
or no.
Alex, you go next.
I disapprove.
Alex, you a fuckboy for that. He only agrees with it. Oh, I gave you. Okay.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Am I allowed to give a half approval, Adam? Like 0.5 of an approval?
Sam, don't disrespect me like that, Sam. We had a conversation. Wow, Sam.
No, because Mike.
No, you have to pick a side thing. You have to pick a side here.
You know what, Mike? You lost already. I won't let you get swept. I'll prove.
Just because, Sam, at least you have my back. At least Sam is a friend. Adam, you're supposed to be my friend longer than anybody on this podcast.
Mike, it's just because the first part, I 100% disagree with you, and I was going to disapprove you because of that. But the second part of your hot take, when we started talking about who would survive, who wouldn't survive, I do agree with you in terms of that. Because the styles and the way the game changed is different. And that's why I hate when people say, oh, you wouldn't survive in the 80s and the 90s with the physical play. I say to that, the people who had to deal with that when the rule change happened, they were getting destroyed because of the rule change. So that means you wouldn't survive in this era as well. So I don't think either era would be able to survive in their era. Each era has to respect each other's era because it's so different.
Yeah,
That's
ladies and
why I
gentlemen,
like.
let me explain something. Adam Grassani does not know basketball. He should just stick to baseball and football. Ready, break.
All right, so Michael, sorry, your hot takes disprove. You're
Wait,
now
hold up.
1-2 on this year.
Hold up. I could use my president vote and make it a tie.
There are no president's votes. We're done with that bullshit.
Plus, Mike. We already made a rule. If it's a tie, it means it's an automatic loss.
So you would have lost either way.
But then I'm going to use Marcellus's vote to kick Adam's ass to let me get approved.
Marcellus isn't here. He doesn't have a vote.
I'm going to tell him you said that. I'm going to be like, hey, Marcellus, cuz if you watching this, Adam called you a bitch.
I never called him a bitch, Marcellus.
He called you a bitch.
Marcellus, do not believe Michael Cunningham's lies. Marcellus, do not believe Michael Cunningham's lies.
We family. He gonna believe me. We family.
Actually, Adam, I'm pretty sure you did actually call him a bitch before we started today.
Yeah, you did call him a bitch. Yeah, you did call him a bitch.
I did not.
Adam,
find the audio on me saying that. Find me the audio.
Adam,
you said it off camera.
You said it off camera, Adam.
That's what I'm saying. Find me the audio. Find me proof that I said that.
Adam, you literally said, bro, if Marcellus doesn't come on, I'm going to slap the shit out of him and make him come on.
That's what you said.
All right, but even if I did say, I didn't call him a bitch, so.
You basically said I'm going to smack him like a bitch. If you said that's...
Adam,
I never.
When you slap someone, you're basically calling them a bitch.
You basically calling them a bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, Adam. There's a reason why a slap is the ultimate form of disrespect. If you punch someone, it's like, damn, you got into a fight. You slap someone, you calling them a bitch. Like, there's a reason why Will Smith smacked Chris Brown. He was calling Chris Brown his bitch.
Chris Rock. Chris Rock.
Chris Brown, Chris Rock, Chris, I don't give a fuck.
All right, guys, we got more. It's getting kind of late, so we gotta talk a little bit about the playoffs before we got really quick Yankee talk here. I mean, they did what they had to do. They won 9 straight. They swept the Baltimore. They swept
Boo.
Michael, your actual Phillies are ass, so we're not going to talk about that. Do you want to say actual Phillies are ass? So we're not going to talk about. But they swept Baltimore, they swept Cleveland, and they swept the Royals. So Chris, if you're listening to this show, our team, my team just swept yours.
Alex, fuck your Phillies for life.
Whoa. That deserves another waiting room. Thank you very much.
You both are dickheads.
Yeah, I just suck. Are you guys going to stop acting like babies before I smack the shit out of both you two?
Don't look at me. I have nothing to do with this. This Alex, is all on them. This is all on Alex. This is
Alex,
all
keep
on
playing
him.
with me. About to cut your neck off. Don't play.
Okay, but I mean, as far as the Kern, number one, how good has Anthony Rizzo been? I mean, again, just the Yankees. Anthony Rizzo has been amazing. Aaron Judge had a 2-homer game against the Royals. I mean, Garrett Cole's been great. Not much. I say that they're finally doing it. I said before, Yankees need to stop beating up on these bad teams, and they're actually doing it now. They were being against the Blue Jays, and they're put in a situation where don't get swept that series. Don't get swept.
Listen, Adam, I'm letting you know.
Yeah.
The Yankees are gonna have a cliff. It's not right now. They're gonna have a cliff. They do this every year, where they start doing really well and they start looking like the top team. And then they fall.
You're talking about the Yankees?
Yes, and that hurts me saying that because I'm a Yankees fan, but it's just the truth. I'm saying don't get your hopes up yet. We can talk about them being a very good team mid-season, not now.
Okay. but I mean, Sam. I mean, I am happy with this winning streak because I said before they need to start beating up on these bad teams, and they're actually doing that finally. But again, I'm not sold on this. A lot of people saying, "Oh, they're the best team in baseball." Like, calm down. Let's see where this team is like June, July. That already says. I said the same thing like in April. I said for like guys don't freak out over the OC struggles early. I'm saying the same thing as like guys don't get too optimistic now. Like it's still like we'll have to wait until June, July to see what this team really is. I mean, Alex, I know you wanted to talk Phillies, but unfortunately, like we're running really late on time. So if you just, I'm gonna let you talk. But just go. You get like no more than a minute. Go ahead.
Okay. All I can say is they just fucking suck.
What did you say?
I said they just fucking suck.
Who, the Knicks?
No, the Phillies.
He finally embraced it. Good job, brother.
I mean, Alex, I said to you in the group chat, I feel kind of bad for you. Philly loses their series. Philadelphia 76ers don't have Joel Embiid, so they're probably going to get swept by the Miami Heat.
Alex, it sucks being you, brother. It really sucks.
It's like Alex,
football season.
It's like Alex, the Eagles are going to be good next season.
Wait.
It's just not a good time to be a Phillies fan.
Wait. Speaking of the Sixers, if they split the first two games and Embiid back in the third game, they have a chance.
No, you don't. The man can't even see. The fuck?
Alex. So you're telling me that Joel Embiid not only is going to play with his non-dominant hand, he's also going to have to play while being blind?
Well, unless he's playing with an iPad,
Alex,
he's not going to play well.
I want you to understand. How disabled do you want this man to be by the end of these playoffs? What next? What next? He's gonna break. What next, Alex? He's gonna break his leg, and you're gonna say, "Okay, play with the one leg."
What he's gonna do? Get his leg chopped off next? Alex, I'm worried about you, Philly fans. You guys want to kill Embiid.
Don't make me bring you to the leprechaun.
Who, David?
Neighborhood. The leprechaun neighborhood.
So I bring Dave. You talk about Dave?
Yeah.
All right, but
Alex, what do you want next? Do you want Embiid to tear his ACL and then you're going to say, all right, like, play with one. You hop from one side of the court to the other side of the court. You better hop.
You better hop on one foot. Shit. Poor Embiid. He's playing with a broken thumb. He can't see. His eye is basically broken with a cornea. And he can't see. Poor man. Poor dude.
No, he's got a concussion.
And he can't see out one of his eyes. Damn, and a concussion. Alex.
Alex, he broke his orbital socket, and he has a torn ligament in his hand. He can't feel his hand. He can't feel his face. He literally, if a
see out one of his eyes.
Like Alex, I want you to put this in perspective right now.
And he has to get laser eye surgery.
Like,
Alex, that takes 3 weeks, 3 days to get your vision back.
And we gotta talk about the NBA playoffs here. Alex, you have any thought? I mean, Joel Embiid out for I believe indefinitely, right? Indefinitely.
Yep.
So go ahead, floor is yours.
He's not coming back from Game 3. Let's be realistic.
It's a possibility.
Not a possibility. Brother, he can't see. The man can't see.
I've seen things on Twitter that's saying that he could come back Game 3.
I mean, all right, then go ahead. I mean, you say he could come back Game 3. I mean, I heard it was out indefinitely. At first, I thought you said it was out for the rest of the postseason. So there's definitely like I'm sure Embiid's like trying his hardest to come back as soon as possible. But With the stuff of injuries he suffered, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. I mean, the series starts on Monday against the Heat, so
Tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow. So
I mean, later today.
yeah, later today, yeah. But yeah, 76ers and Heat, that's gonna be a very I mean that's gonna be a very interesting matchup, and the Heat definitely now have an advantage. I'm not saying that Joel Embiid is because Joel Embiid, I mean I mean James Harden, we all know is great, but Joel Embiid's like the guy on that team. The entire game team goes around him.
You know which team is going really good right now?
The Warriors.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks. How can you put this? They blew out the Celtics in Game 1.
And you know what everyone said? Oh, the Celtics defense is so good. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, but they haven't dealt with Giannis. They haven't dealt with the best player in the world. They haven't dealt with the most dominant player in the world. They haven't dealt with the Greek freak. So all I gotta say is this is an easy series for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Celtics will only get maybe one game.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm pretty sure Giannis is guarding Jason Tatum. So
Yeah.
Jason Tatum can't get the open shots he was against Brooklyn.
Yeah, because Brooklyn didn't really have anyone to guard Jason Tatum.
Brooklyn has zero defense. They are now versing a team with elite defense. What do you think is going to happen? It's like when you play garbage competition, Adam, you stoop down to their level. So when you play amazing competition, you're going to play like garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Again, that's one matchup. I mean, Warriors just came up on a very impressive win against the Grizzlies, 117-116. I mean, that series. Drake McGree got ejected that game, so I mean that series is really
That flagrant foul 2 was terrible. That flagrant foul 2 against Draymond was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw the play, it was a terrible call. Like it should have been a flagrant foul 1, but there was no intention to hurt the player. That was a terrible, pitiful call.
Yeah.
The refs wanted the Grizzlies to win that game, and they still lost. So.
Yeah, because we all know Draymond Green doesn't have necessarily the cleanest history, but so I definitely that hurt him there. But I agree, I don't think that anything that was I never saw him play, but I trust what you're saying, Sam. I definitely trust what you're saying. But I feel like this series the Golden State Warriors against them,
back a really bad
I think the one thing that goes in Golden State series that they have the playoff experience. Steph Curry has that playoff experience. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, they all have the playoff experience. No disrespect to John Morant. I do have an excellent game dropping for Jackson Jr. also had an amazing game, but they don't have this is their first time making the playoffs as a seriously contending team. So they really don't have the playoff experience yet that Golden State does. So that's gonna be a big advantage in Golden State's favor. Well, necessarily be surprised if the Grizzlies win the series, not necessarily, but I think this series is going to the Warriors. Sorry, Chris, for listening to this.
I'm right now really holding a fucked up joke inside my brain.
All right, so we gotta talk about it. Sam, we gotta talk about your Pelicans and their loss.
We don't need to talk about that.
I'll talk about them. I told this man that they won't win. Sam said they had the audacity to win Game 7.
Adam, waiting room.
Adam, I had the audacity of this man. This audacity.
One more, then you go in the waiting room.
Adam, this
Sam,
is
you can go.
Adam, I'm starting to think you're a racist. I'm starting to think you're a racist. Never let the black man talk. Adam, you're a racist.
Sam's Hispanic, and I'm letting him talk.
No, but Sam white. He more white than Spanish. I'm a black. Talking about
No,
full
I'm
black.
Hispanic. I'm Hispanic.
No, you
Don't get
white.
twisted.
But seriously.
What's it called?
I feel disrespected on this show. You never let the black man talk. I'm suing, and this will be Michael's podcast from now on.
Sam, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for Michael's brutal interruption there. You can go.
What's it called? So the Pelican season. Pelican season overall was very successful, in my opinion. We kept up with the best team in the league, and it took a historically great game by Chris Paul to just beat us.
And Devin Booker coming back early.
Yeah. So I have very high hopes for this team. Zion Williamson said he's going to sign the 5-year extension. So Zion Williamson should be here for the next 5 years. So the team looking forward is going to be Herbert Jones, Brandon Ingram, C.J. McCollum, Zion Williamson, Jonas Valanciunas. That I feel like is a very playoff title contending team. So the Pelicans probably are going to be a huge threat next year. And one thing's for sure, my team is definitely going to be better than both of Mike's team. And I know that my Pelicans are going to be better than the Nets. So the Pelicans are definitely the Pelicans are definitely on the right track and should keep up this momentum. Plus, we're all forgetting we have the Lakers pick, which is predicted to be the 8th or 7th overall pick in the draft this year. We have that pick, not you, Mike. The Pelicans have that pick.
Remember the Anthony Davis trade?
Looking real bad now, right?
Yeah, you have a response, Michael?
We got our ring, so it doesn't really matter, bitch. Take that ring to the bank, baby.
That is true. That is true.
Mike, you got a Mickey Mouse ring, not a real ring.
Okay. But what happened? Yeah, I choked.
Mike, what do you mean
Adam,
choked?
what does New Orleans basketball have in common?
What?
They choke every year.
New Orleans Pelicans never choke. What are you talking about?
They choked this in the playoffs. You guys couldn't beat a broken down Devin Booker. You let an old ass Chris Paul beat you guys. That's bad.
They were the best team. They won a lot of games without Devin Booker. They were still the best team without Devin Booker.
You guys could have won without a decoy Devin Booker that had 8 points.
Mike, the Lakers suck. They sucked last year. They wouldn't have won if it wasn't for the bubble. And we know that to be a fact now.
We still got a championship, baby. We still got a ring, bitch.
You got a Mickey Mouse ring because of COVID. That's the only reason why you guys won. You guys.
So if the Pelicans would have won the bubble, you would have said the same thing?
No, I would have said the same thing. I would have said, yeah, it's because of the bubble. Because
Sam, you're lying. You're lying.
Sam, you lying piece of shit. You've been celebrating the Pelicans.
No, I would have been 100% serious because I even said the only reason why Miami made the finals was because of the bubble. Do you really think Miami would have made the finals if it was a regular playoff series? No, they wouldn't. You really think?
Adam, I think if the Pelicans was in the championship game in the bubble, he'd be like, "Yeah, we won. I would have been like, "Yeah, no, Mike. This is what I would be like. I would be like, yeah, we won,
But I want us to win a real championship, not a Mickey Mouse ring. That's what it would have been like. It would have been like, yeah, we technically won, but that's a Mickey Mouse ring, so it's not really special.
Why he capping right now? Why are you capping?
I'm not capping.
You capping. You capping. Mega cap.
Yo, Mike, I literally did the same thing for the Ravens. The Ravens started doing bad. I called them out on it. I'm not like you who just says, "Oh yeah, my team's good."
I called out my team. I called the Lakers on their bad teams.
Did you call LeBron out?
I called LeBron. I called out Westbrook out this year. Westbrook played like shit.
You mean Russell Westbrook?
Still better than your bum ass in basketball.
Bro, there's Russell Westbrook, and then there's Kevin No Rant.
Sam's just roasting all of our teams right now.
Yo. Hey, all I gotta say
Sam's not showing any mercy to any of our teams.
21-19. That's all I gotta say.
There's Mr. Flopper. Then you got Philadelphia 76ers with Mr. Flopper himself, James Harden. And then
Sam has no chill today, yo. Sam woke up and was like, you know, I'm just gonna be an asshole today.
And there's old man.
Do the show.
And there's old man Embiid who can't stay healthy for 5 fucking seconds.
He's just roasting everybody. Can we call him Zion Fat Williamson that eats so damn much?
Zion Williamson is like Charles Barkley if Charles Barkley didn't go on Weight Watchers.
Can we say how bad Willie Green is as a coach?
Yeah.
No, Willie Green is a very good coach. He's not disrespectful.
Poor Adam. Adam's look like he about to fall asleep. Let's end this show because Adam,
can we move on to our bets right now? It's late.
It's been a terrible show today. This is one of the worst shows we ever did.
Bro, Steve Nash, bro. Mm-hmm. Bro, Steve No Coach Nash.
That I agree with you. Sam, I completely agree with you on that one. I'm all with you on Steve Nash slander. No disrespect to Steve Nash, but...
Bro. Doc the Joker Rivers?
Where's he getting all this?
I'm Frank No Vocal.
You're a dipshit.
All right. Are we moving on to our bets now or what?
Sure, why not?
Okay, well, obviously before our bets, we gotta do our fantasy update. Week 3 just wrapped up. Team New Jersey Yankees, my team, they put up 298 points, and guess what? We still lost to Team Murdock, who put up 446 points.
You ain't messing with the Cunningham Murdock connection, baby.
So Marcellus gets his first win. He's now 1-2, and I'm 1-2 as well. Sam, New Orleans Pelicans. I just took down Team Reese 332 to 256.
Oh yeah, now I'm 2-1. Let's get it.
Okay, and guess what?
Because I beat
Kansas City and Murder. Kansas City and Murder.
What happened?
You lost to Team Kern 319 to 303.
That's some bullshit. Y'all bullshitting on my swag.
Okay, so right now,
Mike, how does it feel to lose against my team as well?
So right now, the New Orleans Pelicans, Sam,
Fuck you, Chris.
Lead the East with a 2-1 record, and me and
Alex are
tied for 1 and 2.
I got one thing to say to Sam.
No, let me give all the details. Team Kern is now 3-0, leading the West, and Tennessee and Murdock, you guys are both tied 1 and 2.
First of
all,
you can
go ahead, Michael.
Hey, can I say one thing to Chris? Sam.
Go ahead.
Hey, Chris, how you doing, Chris? I just wanted to say that because
He just beat you.
Who, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
No, Chris just beat you.
Chris. Sam is Chris.
Okay.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, for season 2, Chris and Sam's beef has escalated to a new high. Their beef is...
Wait, how am I Chris? I don't choose trash teams.
Oh, Chris, he called you out there, boy. He said that he gonna make you his bitch in 1-on-1.
Okay.
All I gotta say is Kansas City, the Kansas City What's the team? What's the Patrick Mahomes team? Because I can only remember him.
Chiefs.
He's the only reason why I remember Kansas City, whoever. I can't even remember their name.
Yeah.
Sam got no chill today, yo. Sam got no.
Sam. All right, are we moving on to our bets?
They should be called the Kansas City Mahomes because the only thing good about them is Patrick Mahomes.
Adam, you think he replaced me as Mr. No Filter on the show?
I think he did.
God, please make us go to heaven. I know Sam is going to hell now. But Can we all go to heaven? Can we all just go to heaven?
I'm going to heaven. The rest of y'all, I'm not so sure.
Adam,
Chris is probably going to heaven. Chris is
a saint. He's definitely going to heaven.
Wait, Adam, we never talked about Kyrie, the world is flat Irving.
Do we really need to talk about that? It's late. I'm not in the mood for Kyrie talk today.
Kyrie Irving with his tweets, no chill. He thought he was a slave, and I'm just like, bro, Kyrie.
You want to talk about that really quickly? Go ahead.
Wait. I'm just gonna say this. This is all I'm gonna say. Kyrie Irving, if you are a slave, what the fuck am I? You're getting paid $25 million. You're saying you're a slave? Bitch, I make $0 and I get overworked. The fuck you mean slave work? I know people that have dealt with slave work. There's people in Asia dealing with slave work right now. You calling yourself a slave, you being disrespectful to your culture, where you're from, and to all the people out there that are actually dealing with slavery. That's all I gotta say.
And that's the thing. I don't necessarily disagree with Kyrie there when he's talking about a lot of social issues, but it's like, bro, going off on the media like that, they're making money off your they're making money off name and make stuff like you're a victim. You refuse to get a vaccine. Say whatever you want with the vaccine mandates or not they should be there. You cost your team like a lot of games and arguably cost them a chance to make it run all because you decide not to get the shot. Which again, like that's your personal choice, but again, like these are the consequences that come with that choice. Again, we're not gonna. Again, like we technically had this in the script, but it's just getting late, so we're just not gonna like talk about it that much.
Oh yeah, wait, Mike. Also, by the way, wear street clothes right now.
Okay, guys, can we get to our bets, please?
No, Adam.
Or Adam, we ain't going to hell.
No, Adam, we still didn't talk about your version of street clothes as well.
Guys, we ain't gonna.
Sam, I love you, but
Adam,
you got to put me in the waiting room. You have to.
Sam, I love you, but for that,
all right, let's end the show.
Okay, but we're moving on to our bets of the episode. Really quick recap. I won my bet. Alex lost his bet. Chris lost his bet. Sam lost his bet. Marcellus won his bet, and Michael won his bet. I had 7.3 points. Marcellus had 3.64 points. Michael adds 2 points. Up there in the standings.
2 points.
Yeah. You add only 2 points. That's how many points you won with your bet.
I had a double parlay.
You had Bucks of a Bulls money line and Giannis scoring 20 in a same game parlay, and you only got 2 points because that was the easiest bet known to mankind.
You dick.
Okay, but moving up in the standings, Marcellus is our leader. He now has 10 stars, 85 record, 82.14 points. Sam's in second place, 6-7 record, 81.75 points for 8 stars. I'm in third place, 6-7 record, 59.3 points for 6 stars. Alex is, a little bit of shake-up here. Chris is now in fourth place, 5-8 record, 39.21 points for 2 stars. Michael's in fifth place, 4-5 record, 44.12 points for 2 stars. And Alex, you're back in last place, 3-10 record, 45.21 points for 2 stars.
All right, can I do my bet first?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Wait, hold on for a second, really quickly. I just want to update everything. Okay, now you can go.
Okay, so I'm going to do a parlay. I'm choosing the Bucks over the Celtics that are disguised as the Nets. And I'm gonna be choosing the Heat over the Sixers, who have Mr. Flopper himself, James Harden, and Old Man Embiid. So yeah, the Heat and the Bucks money line.
Okay. All right, so my turn. I'm not sure. I mean, I've been thinking about my dad. I've been thinking that. I've been thinking that all day. I mean, I feel like I've gotta choose like something from the playoffs. You know what? It's something that we were going to talk about, but again, it kind of got buried. The NHL playoffs are starting. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to review. Me and Alex did brackets. So, if you guys want to find our hockey playoff prediction, our brackets, go on our Instagram or our Twitter page. I'm gonna be posting them there. If not, when this episode is posted, then like shortly after. So go check on that. But you know, should I? Because I have them winning the series. I'm gonna take the Bruins over the Hurricanes on my line. I'm gonna take Bruins over Hurricanes over my line in game 1. I feel dirty betting on Boston, but you know what? Why not?
I can't even look at you anymore.
All right, Alex, you're up.
Listen, and Mike, this is why Adam is a Nets fan. He's only used to losing, bandwagoning.
Oh shit,
Sam, just for that. Sorry, Alex, you can go.
Okay, I'm gonna do a 3-game parlay.
3-game parlay.
Yep.
Ooh, big boy league.
So my first one is Padres money line against the Guardians.
All right, I got that one.
I forgot to mention all 3 games are Tuesday.
Okay.
Phillies money line against Texas.
Okay.
And Angels money line against the Red Sox.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. We have Chris's bet here. He's taking the Grizzlies over the Warriors at game 6. We don't have Marcellus' bet though, so the usual Michael, you have to go for Marcellus.
Say, all right, give me a sec. For him, I'm gonna do a Mets bet. I'm gonna do a same game parlay.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the Mets over Brave. Francisco Lindor having 2 hits or more.
Francisco Lindor having 2 hits or more. Okay.
For me, I'm gonna do a.
All right, Michael Cunningham. Last up. Go ahead. Wait, hold on. Let me get down his bet.
Yeah, I'm personally sabotaging Marcellus's bet. So
okay, sabotaging your own cousin. Shame on you. But go ahead.
I'll try to get. I did. Big Daddy need the points.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Heat over Sixers, and Jimmy Buckets give me 20 or more.
Sixers money line and Jimmy Butler giving you 20 or more. Okay.
Say Heat over Sixers.
Heat over Sixers and Jimmy Butler scoring 20 or more.
Because Jimmy Butler is going to dominate the Sixers. He's going to go for 20 or more, and I'm going to get 10 points for that. And I'm also I also do another one and have Bam Adebayo giving me 10 rebounds. Give me.
All right. Abayu giving you 10 rebounds.
No, give me 10 points or more. Abayu, give me 10 points. Bam, give me 10 points or more.
All right, guys. That's all for our bets, and that's all for this episode. You know what this Alex, Michael, do you know what this Tuesday is? Start of NJAC baseball playoffs.
First of all, TCNJ, we had a bad year this year. Okay,
But guess what, guys? You know TCNJ made the playoffs, right?
TCNJ?
Yeah, the baseball team made the playoffs. And Alex, you know who they're facing?
Who?
Montclair.
They're facing Montclair State this Tuesday.
Let's go. Yo, Adam, let's go put a little bet on the line.
I can't place any bets on media. I'm going to be covering that game.
No. A little for the podcast. A little.
I can't place any. But if you want to place bets, that's fine. But
No.
No
money. No money.
I'm not even money, but I'm not placing any bets here.
Come on.
Right?
If TCNJ beats Montclair State, you have to put a picture of TCNJ on your social media for one day.
I can't take any bets. All right.
You could take a bet. Stop being a wuss.
I'm not taking any bets. All right.
Okay,
Shut
fine.
down.
Adam, if TCNJ wins, you had to take a picture. It's a challenge. No bet. You take a picture of TC. You have to have a right that says TCNJ is better than Montclair State in baseball.
I love this. If TCNJ beats Montclair State, I'll say that on the air next episode. All right.
Okay, and if TCNJ loses, me and Alex will say Montclair State is better than TCNJ.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yo, Alex, what we say at TCNJ? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 Lions, 4, 5, 6 family. You dig?
Yeah.
Go Lions, bitch.
All right, any final thoughts?
I got one thing to say. Go Lions, bitch.
Sam, any final thoughts?
We're about to beat Montclair State's ass like a little stepchild. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the show, I present to you Adam Grassani, Michael Cunningham.
All right, yeah, Michael, do you want to do the outro?
Yeah, on the behalf of myself, Michael Cunningham, Sam Morell, Adam Grassani,
all right, Michael, you do the outro while I go to sleep. All right, good night.
We will hope to respond to you with a comment in the near future. So you please inbox us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Like the Game on P. Don't upset. Don't treat your church to fancy. Living it in our world of sports. Living it. Stay tuned. And we are clear. And we are out. End it.